Rise with India podcast on ET Now.
Good morning and thanks for listening in. Today's Tuesday, the 3rd of August. The Municipal Corporation in Mumbai has allowed shops and establishments, both essential and non-essential, to remain open on all days till 10 p.m. This came after the government of Maharashtra allowed malls and shopping centres operating in key cities including Thane and Navi Mumbai to start their operations with certain restrictions. The government said that in 25 districts showing lower positivity, all shops and other establishments which are currently allowed to operate till 4 p.m. can now remain open till 8 p.m. and till 3 p.m. on Saturdays. Non-essential shops will have to remain closed on Sundays. Rainfall across the country during August to September is most likely to be normal, with a tendency to be on the positive side of normal. That's according to the India Meteorological Department, which said this in a media statement. It's estimated to range between 95% and 105% of the long period average. In news on the economy, India's trade deficit continued to widen in July as imports jumped to the highest level of this financial year, while exports rose to a record as well. Trade deficit widened to $11.23 billion in July from $9.37 billion in June, according to data released by the government yesterday. That's the highest in 3 months. Merchandise exports rose 8.2% sequentially to $35.17 billion, while imports increased 10.8% to $46.4 billion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi yesterday launched the E-RUPI service, which is a voucher-based digital payment developed by the National Payments Corporation of India that is aimed at removing pilferage. In essence, the E-RUPI is a digital payments mode which will be in the form of SMS strings or a quick response code delivered directly to beneficiaries of the intended welfare scheme without any intermediary network. The E-RUPI is different from a digital currency in that it is meant for use by a specific individual for a specific purpose and is not interchangeable with cash or currency. The E-RUPI can be used to pay for COVID vaccination programs and could become the preferred option for direct benefit transfer schemes as well. In the automotive space, the use of hydrogen power for mobility is an interesting alternative for India, especially as it would reduce dependence on lithium imports, according to the chairman of Maruti Suzuki, R.C. Bhargava. He was speaking yesterday to shareholders when he spoke about the fact that most of the world's lithium reserves are controlled by China, and that he believes that the company needs to recognize that its strategy to move towards net zero emission has to be consistent with the economic and infrastructure conditions of the country. In international news, Alphabet Incorporated's Google will use processors designed in-house for its Pixel phones launching later this fall in a shift away from Qualcomm's Snapdragon processor. The processor called Tensor will power the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro phones. And with that, it's over to Rohit Singh for the trade setup for the day in India. Morning, Rohit. How are we looking today?
Good morning, Alex. The gains sustained on Monday, and with it, the hope of a breakout past 16,000. Nifty ended smartly higher but still stayed within the day's range. Still, the up move takes us closer to the higher end of the trading range. The rally was supported by the mid and small cap end of the market, with all sectors chipping in. The Nifty Realty Index was up over 4%, its best day since Feb 1st. Foreign investors once again sold shares worth about 1,500 crore rupees in Monday's rally, while domestic investors bought shares worth about roughly the same amount. The US market reversed early gains as it weighed strong earnings against the risk of growing uncertainty over the Delta variant. The yield on 10-year Treasury bill fell to 1.173%. Brent futures fell over 3% to below $73. Let's tell you about the active stocks this morning. Samina Spectrum has sold 8% stake in Tejas Networks to Tata Sons arm Panatone Finvest through a block deal at 258 rupees. Watch out for the earnings impact on PNB, Balaji Mines, Sri Renuka Castrol among others. Airtel will report numbers today and profit could take a sequential hit because of dull ARPUs and rising costs. Tata Motors has increased passenger vehicle prices by about 1%. Viatec Wabag has won a $165 million order from one of the world's largest gas processing companies. Expect some relief in retail plays as Maharashtra has allowed shops in Mumbai and several other districts to stay open till 10 pm on all days. SEBI has reduced minimum application value of REITs and InvITs and lowered the trading lot to 1 unit to make them attractive for retail investors. To recap, we shall now have to see if we can follow up this up move with more gains or the index chooses to slip back into the range of comfort. That's all from my end. Thank you for listening in. Wish you a profitable day ahead. I hand it back to you, Alex.
Thanks, Rohit. And as always, thank you all for listening in. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a great day.
The Rise with India podcast on ET Now.